Hey guys, or should I say good morning, because it's currently like 9 in the morning. I'm on my way to the grocery store to run some errands. My parents will not be back for the next 10 days. They're in California. Lucky for them. I would love to be in California. The premiere for Doctor Strange was last night. I was both trying to keep up with the premiere, but also like trying to avoid Twitter as like much as humanly possible. I will say though, it was very like, oh, and I saw that both all of Marvel's like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook put in their bio they were disabling replies / comments. The first time they've ever done it, so it's just like, how insane and crazy is this movie? I see it on Thursday, today's Tuesday, so I just got a couple days to go, and I'm just like, I'm so excited. It must have an absolute blast roasting the fuck out of people. Especially the guy who's Megatron. I have been watching, like, today, this morning, and a little bit of yesterday, videos of people going and meeting the Transformers characters at Universal Studios Hollywood, because at Florida and Universal Orlando, they just say, like, the generic, like, lines, like, Optimus Prime's like, my name is Optimus Prime, we are autonomous robotic organism from the planet Cybertron, and they don't, like, they don't really interact with, like, the guests there. But at Hollywood Studios, Universal Studios, they interact with the fans, and it's fucking hilarious. Watching Megatron insult people is, like, hilarious. Even Optimus half the time calls Megatron ugly. It's so funny. I'm sorry, but it would be an honor to be ripped to shreds and insulted by Megatron. It would be an honor for me. There was one guy with his girlfriend that was like, oh, I wish it was Bumblebee instead. And Megatron says, and she wished she married a real man. The guy in that suit is just having the fucking time of his life. Hell yeah, he's vengeance. I freaking love that shot of where like you're looking upside down at Batman. Hi, how's it going? I tell you what, guys, there's nothing scarier than being in your house by yourself at night. The littlest noise you hear and you think, is someone in my house? Is there a ghost? And I'm afraid of the dark. Mind you, for the next like 8-9 days, I'm by myself in my house. And at nighttime, it's the worst. Like during the day, if it's quiet, it's like fine because that's normal. But at nighttime, there's just something eerie because like even out the window, there could be someone that's looking at me through my window right now and I'd never know. And it was like this creepy thing. Yeah, I just watched the Batman too, so that probably didn't help because of the Riddler and all that stuff. Even last night when I was sleeping in my room by myself, normally it's quiet, obviously, at nighttime, like it's supposed to be, like, but the fact that I know my mom is in her room puts me at ease. But now the fact that I'm home by myself at night and it's just me sleeping in my bed, it's harder to fall asleep because it's so freaking eerie. If I hear a noise, normally I think it's my mom or my dad, but no, if I hear a noise, I'm like, what's going on? Like, look at that. It's just a room full of windows and it's dark. And I live out in the country, so that's totally not eerie and ominous at all. While we're out here, did we lock the door? This is locked. Okay, that's locked. That's locked. Okay, double locked. Let's go back into the house where there's light. You know what I just saw out the window? I don't know if you can see it, but the moon is a crescent moon. You know what premieres tonight? Fucking Moon Knight? What are the odds? What are the odds it's a crescent moon when the last episode of Moon Knight is premiering tonight? That finale of Moon Knight though. It's 10 minutes till 3 in the morning. No one's home but me, which is also quite eerie. But the finale of Moon Knight! Oh my god. Okay, my biggest complaint I think with the episode is that it felt a little rushed, but that's the only complaint I can think of right now after just finishing it. I'll probably have a little bit more criticisms in the morning after I like sleep on it. That end credit scene, yep, to me thinks that end credit scene proves, or at least points to me, that there will most likely be a season 2 of Moon Knight, because like after that end credit, how could there not be? Got a new trailer for the Obi-Wan Kenobi show this morning, and I'm just like so excited about that show. I know a lot of people give the prequel trilogy with like Anakin and Padme and Obi-Wan a bunch of shit. I don't care. That was the Star Wars trilogy that I grew up with. Revenge of the Sith for the first time ever in theaters, and I was just like in awe of this, and I was so upset about Anakin. I was like, Anakin, no! Oh my god! I'm just so excited for this show! But Obi-Wan Kenobi could replace Bad Batch as my second favorite Star Wars show, because like I just love Obi-Wan Kenobi so flippin' much. I just can't wait to see him, and like Hayden Christensen is back as Darth Vader. I can't wait to see them like fight. So I am on my way right now to go to my aunt's house to cat sit her cat for her. That's what I'm doing this week while my mom and all of her siblings on Cali, which I wish I was out in California. So I'm thinking of having to drive up my aunt's steep driveway, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Not to mention I'm not taking my car, I'm taking my mom's car, which is like a car that can make it up steeper hills. I still don't feel comfortable. The thing is, when it comes to like small things like driving up a steep driveway in someone else's car that I've never driven up before and I don't feel comfortable driving up, or something as big as like going on a roller coaster that I don't want to go on, I don't like feeling peer pressure to do small things, even like that, even big things that are going to get me out of my comfort zone. I know people use that saying of, oh, you got to get out of your comfort zone. It's like, some people don't want to if they don't have to. I'm one of those people. Hi, how's it going? I don't like to get out of my comfort zone unless I absolutely have to. So driving my mom's car is sometimes scary, out of my comfort zone a little bit, not to mention driving up a driveway that I've had other people drive up it, but I've never driven up it. That's a whole nother thing in of itself. And the amount of times my mom, my dad, my aunt were saying, oh, you can make it up the driveway. I'm like, yeah, I probably could, but doesn't mean I want to. Just because I can do something doesn't mean I want to do said something. I don't like getting out of my comfort zone, and I also don't like feeling peer pressured to do certain things. I don't want to feel peer pressured. If I don't feel comfortable driving up a hill, I shouldn't be peer pressured into doing so. And I'm stubborn. If I don't want to do something that I don't have to do, I'm not going to do it. And I don't think you should feel peer pressured to do something, even if it's as small as not wanting to drive up a steep driveway. You know what I mean? Okay, so the driveway is not as steep as I remember it being. I mean, they fixed it, but still, it's like I still didn't like driving up it, but it's not that bad. But yeah, I'll probably just drive up the hill. Doesn't mean I have to like it though. So the first thing I'm gonna do while I'm here is I'm gonna go find the kitty, because the kitty doesn't like people. Sounds familiar. I'm gonna go in the basement, see if I can find the kitty cat. And usually she hides under a bed or something, so I'm gonna see if I can find her. Here, kitty, kitty. So I found her. She's downstairs behind one of the couches. Don't know if you can see her, but she's all the way back in there. And she doesn't want to come out, but that's okay. I'm not gonna bother her. I'm just gonna let her do her thing. Personally, I'm going to see it today, and I'm like so flipping excited. I'm so excited to like see a Marvel movie again. It feels like it's been a lifetime ago since I saw one in theaters. But then again, No Way Home came out in December. But I'm also excited to see Doctor Strange again. I miss Doctor Strange. But obviously, the most I'm excited about is to see WandaVision. I'm just so excited to see Wanda again and just like see her be a badass and like see her in her full potential with all of her magic abilities. Doing my makeup before I go see Doctor Strange using my ColourPop Fine Feathers palette. Love the color scheme. It's more of like dusty pinks, but I want to go for like a dark look to match Wanda's dark eyes. The brushes, I'm just using e.l.f. brushes from Walmart that my sister gave me. I'm new to makeup. I don't know what I'm doing. Just go into high fly. It's quite a bit, but we're just gonna roll with it. And use a little bit of, take a gander, which is like a more darker pink, and we're just gonna do it in the crease or the lid or whatever. I don't know. I'm not an expert, so don't come to me for makeup tips, because truth is I have no idea what I'm doing. This side tends to get less, I don't want to flick you off. This side tends to get less pigment than this side, but that's because I'm right-handed and it's easier to dab on this side than it is on this side, I've noticed. And while I don't really need to wear eyeshadow per se for a movie that I'm just gonna literally just be in a movie theater, I just want to. It is an hour until I see Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness in theaters. It starts at 4 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock right now. I am like so excited. I was gonna wear my WandaVision hoodie. It's like 70 degrees outside and already I'm in a black t-shirt and black leggings, so it's hot. I have my black leggings on to signify her black pants that she wears in the movie. I did my nail polish, which is black with like a pinky orange glitter to signify her fingers that are like getting taken over by the Darkhold. Obviously, my WandaVision t-shirt of her in her Scarlet Witch outfit, which is my favorite MCU costume. And I'm just so excited for this movie and to see Wanda on the big screen again. I need some time to wrap my head around everything, but I have a lot of thoughts. This movie, I don't know how to feel 100% about it, because like a lot of it is sensory overload, as what everyone else is saying. Elizabeth Olsen is the fucking MVP, and I will validate Wanda till the day I die. I loved Wanda in this movie. I knew Scarlet Witch was gonna be the villain, and I am all here for Scarlet Witch as the villain, doing whatever she wants, because like, she deserves it, okay? Elizabeth Olsen is so good. She loves this character so much, and it fucking shows. She did some, I can't say what she did, but oh my god, I was both like, at the end of the day, it does have horror elements in it that at times I would say, if your kid is under 12, don't bring them unless they can handle it. It is Marvel's first deep dive into like horror and gore. It's very gruesome. I found this really pretty picture on, I think, Google Images or Pinterest. It looks like it's something of like the Mediterranean, kind of like something you see in Greece or something. It's beautiful, beautiful purple flowers and this greenery. I loved this picture so much. So I'm attempting to paint it. It will not be as beautiful as the picture is, but that's okay. One of the techniques that I just discovered, because like, obviously there's a ton of flowers and a ton of greenery, and you don't want, with a tiny ass brush, just go in there and paint every single flower or leaf one by one, because that would take forever. So what I have found with one of my flat brushes, if you dip it in the paint, we're gonna dip it in some green, and you get the ends of it, go and you tip it like straight up and down, and you dab on it, and like, it will, that's how you can get the tiny details of the leaves and everything, and I think that's pretty fucking cool. Would think as an artist I would have figured this out by now, but no. Now I'll be using that technique from now on when I do flowers, especially greenery. Off to round 2 of the Multiverse of Madness, this time with all of my good friends, all of my besties and my squad. Very excited to see this movie for a second time. This time will be my, okay, officially getting my rating, officially how I feel of this film, because I'm still trying to process it, and I do have feelings on certain things, but the second time around is more of like my, okay, these are my official feelings on it. I'm rocking my WandaVision shirt today. I'm also very excited to see how all of my friends feel about it, and then we can like go into like discussion afterwards, because I've been wanting to talk to someone about this movie, and once my friends see it, I finally fucking can, and it'll feel so good to like, hopefully they feel the same way or similar to how I feel. We can like have theories about certain things that happen in the movie, where like Doctor Strange can go from here. I can say with certainty, I do really like this film a lot. Does it have a couple issues? Is it, yeah, it does. Is it perfect? No, but do I care? No, because Wanda slays in this movie. She kills it. All my friends agree, whether even a couple of them were like, some of the things she did in this movie like is like, whoa, but at the end of the day, we all still agree Wanda's fucking amazing in this movie. Are currently at Target. I'm gonna do a little bit of shopping today. I came to like the main shopping area because where I live, all we have is Walmart and like a CVS for most shopping, and that's it. Came 30 minutes away to go to Target because I want to go to the bookstore, I want to go to Michael's, I want to check out Hot Topic in the mall. Like I say every time, don't know how much I'm gonna vlog in these stores because again, social anxiety. I'm not gonna lie, the Legends bulkhead actually looks kind of cool. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Even like the Bumblebee movie Wheeljack, he looks pretty cool. Even the Legacy RC from Prime looks really cool. Oh, they got little Shockwave. Oh, and Deadhead. This is the best that I've seen the Transformers like section of Target stock, my local Target stocked in a very long time. So it's cool to see. No Doctor Strange stuff, but a lot of Thor Love and Thunder stuff, which is cool, but like that's not out for like 2 more months. Sometimes I really hate being a book lover and being obsessed with books, especially their covers, because like look at how pretty this is. Like look at how shiny and pretty that is. Like what the heck? Why do I have to be addicted to books, especially their covers? Look at that, it's so pretty. This is the book I originally came here for. I love Casey McQuiston. She wrote Red, White, and Royal Blue, as it says at the top, one of my favorite contemporaries of all time. The cover is so pretty, and I think there's something really cool about underneath the dust jacket too. Some books will have really pretty covers, but then if you flip over the dust jacket, like look at the inside of the cover, cherry blossoms. Look at that. That's so pretty. Not all books are like this, but some books are, and just adds an extra detail. It's like a surprise. Not to mention the book itself is a beautiful work of art and a treasure to behold. got home, I decided not to go to the movie. I found out that there's a thunderstorm, a potentially pretty big thunderstorm heading my way. We are in a tornado watch until this evening, so I'd rather not like have damage to my car or have to drive home in like a thunderstorm. But yeah, I'm gonna grab my car keys and then put my car in le garage. Like the weather service like have those radio things. It went off like 6 to 7 times, like either upping or changing the storm a little bit. So I've never heard it that many times driving for 30 minutes. To me, that's an indicator of go home, stay away from windows. Well, since I'm home, let's have a little haul of the things that I got. When you're a bookaholic, you can't really leave a bookstore, Target, without buying books. It just happened. First book that I picked up is one that I've been meaning to get for a while. It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. Colleen Hoover writes a lot of new adult books, books that deal with a lot of like heavy subjects, dealing with more mature content that has to do with relationships. Most of them, pretty much, I'd say all of them are super heavy in the mature topics they cover. She has so many books out. I only have like a couple of her books. I just want to collect them all and read them all because like they're all really good. She announced a sequel to this one, and this one sounds like it is also going to be a cry fest. Also fucking emotional, man. So I know based on the back of this one, I'm probably going to cry. 9 out of 10 times I've cried in every Colleen Hoover book that I've read. Next one I bought is one that I've seen a lot of people who are big fans of like Sarah J Maas's books, which I love her books. So if you love Sarah J Maas's books, a lot of people say you will love the Kingdom of the Wicked series. The cover looks really pretty, and a lot of people say like if you love sexy, dark, bad boy type of characters falling in love with kind of a good girl, like Sarah J Maas books in a sense, then you will love this book, which sold me. Other people are saying that it kind of is like a retelling in a sense of the Hades and Persephone story, which is my favorite Greek mythology story. So I'm always down for a good like evil bad boy falling in love with like a good girl type of like trope. This just seems like right up my alley. Another thing I picked up was some paints for Michael. I'm doing a painting right now, and I don't exactly have the right shade of like burgundy, like purple that I want. I didn't necessarily need to buy the exact color. I could have just mixed colors and gotten very close, but I wanted more of a bolder color because a lot of the paints, the acrylic paints I have are not very bold in color, very saturated in color, I should say. I wanted one that's a little bit more saturated, so I bought one that's a little bit more saturated, and then I also bought 2 other ones because, you know. But this one, this is in the shade Alizarin Crimson, which I know Bob Ross uses Alizarin Crimson a lot. It's a very pretty color, and it's a lot more saturated in person. These lights in my room do not do anything. These are Deco Art Americana paints, acrylic paints, and the ones I use are the really cheaper ones. I think the Dreamcast, but those ones are very thinned out. It's almost like they added water to them because they're very thin. Yellow one and the red one I have are so thin to the point where I feel like I have to add 5 to 6 coats of it just to get it to be like not see-through. That's why I bought a red. It's a little bit more of a saturated red, but I don't care. I also decided to buy the yellow because Sunny Day yellow, which is more the yellow that it's a little brighter. I'm thinking I'm going to spend the extra $1 and get the Americana because the Americana paints that I do have are very good, but I go through acrylic paints quite fast, especially like a lot of greens and blues and like reds to do a lot of nature scenes. I figured these 3 colors will definitely be used. Not to mention when I was checking out at Michael's, the lady working there who was also wearing a mask, so I was like, thank you. She noticed I had my Haikyuu shirt on and she was like, oh my god, I love your shirt. It's such a good show. And I'm like, it really is a good show. She's like, I have so much Haikyuu merch. I'm like, I'm like, I only have a few things, but I plan on getting more because like, it's one of those anime that just like grabs you, especially the dub. I'm like, exactly. I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool. I could see she had a bunch of like Haikyuu pins on like her like vest thing, and I was like, I love your pin. She's like, got them all at Hot Topic. I'm like, Hot Topic is like the anime lover savior in America. Then she asked me, who is your favorite third year? And I was like, oh man, there's so many third years. And then she was like, okay, I'll narrow it down. Who is your favorite third year in Karasuno? It's gotta be Sugawara. Like, I love Dad Daichi. I love Daichi. But, like, Sugawara, man. I love Sugawara a lot. I could have sat and talked with her about Haikyuu for, like, an hour if I really had the time. And now it's raining. You can hear it coming down. It's just a pouring. I got my backpack with a couple necessity items in case, like, a tornado does happen. And then at least I have some things with me. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. Why does this have to happen when I'm home by myself?